Hello friends, I welcome you all to the above notes. So today we are starting with the second chapter of 7th standard history, New Kings and Kingdom. And in the previous lecture we have seen the first chapter tracing through 1,000 years. In the first chapter we have seen how the history is to be developed and the sources of history, how to read the history and what are the changes that happened in the history. And in the second chapter, we are going to study the new kings who came into existence after the 7th of century and how did they establish their kingdom in that region. Okay, so from the title, we can understood that we are going to study in this chapter about the new kings and their kingdoms. We are going to look after their administration, the taxes they have applied on the people, the temples where they build, and their living, their lifestyle. So we are going to study these things in this chapter. Now, before starting the chapter, as I have told you, I will give you the pre-lecture assignment which you have to complete prior starting the chapter, prior learning to that chapter. So these assignments will help you to connect your previous knowledge. Means this assignment will develop your mindset to study the topic, and in this way you can understand the topic in a very much better way. So it is must for you to do these assignments. So here the activity is given about the map drawing and map reading. So the map is given in your textbook in the second chapter, the very first map. You have to draw that map freehand, and you have to show the different dynasties like Gurjara, Pratihara, Rashtrakutas, which are already given. You just have to copy that map in your book so that you can practice the map reading, map drawing, and you will get to know the new names of the kingdoms and the dynasties. Okay, now moving forward. So here the major kingdoms are given to you. Okay, what were the major kingdoms? The Gurjara Pratiharas, Rashtrakutas, Palas, Cholas, Chamanas, means Chauhanas. Chauhanas are also known as Chamanas. Okay, both are the same. So just remember, take a note that Chamanas are also known as Chauhans. Okay, so in the 7th of century, who are the big kingdom? Just you have to observe those kingdoms in the map given here on your screen, and the same map is given on your textbook. Okay, and this is the same map which you have to draw in your pre-lecture assignments. Okay, the things is same. So आपको यहाँ पे ये जो भी बड़े बड़े किंगडम्स है, डायनेस्टीज है, वो आपको मैप में दिखाने हैं. सो लेट्स वी विल फाइंड आउट व्हाट वर द डायनेस्टीज. सो गुर्जरा प्रतिहारा कहाँ पे? हियर you can find the Gurjara Pratihara here. Look at the pointer. Then Rashtrakutas यहाँ पे है. Then Palas and Cholas. See, Palas are here, Cholas are here. Okay, I hope you all are getting it. And then Chauhanas means Chamanas. Chamanas are here. Also there Kalinga you can see here. Okay, so likewise you can find the many dynasties, but those 4 are the important which we are going to study. आपको ये देखना है, और आपको यहाँ पे ये भी बताना है कि आज के प्रेजेंट डे पे वो कौन से स्टेट से जो इनके रीजन में आते थे. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विथ राष्ट्रकूटास. द प्रेजेंट डे स्टेट वेयर द राष्ट्रकूटा वॉज is Madhya Pradesh, the part of Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, and the bigger part of the Maharashtra. Okay, you can see it here. The Maharashtra is here like this, and this Madhya Pradesh is like this. Okay, Chamanas were at the region of Delhi. Okay, Delhi, Haryana, you can say the Rajasthan area. Then the Palas are at the Bengal. Cholas were at the Tamil Nadu region. Okay, like this way हम बता सकते हैं कि वो आज के प्रेजेंट डे स्टेट में कहाँ पे आते थे. ये सब आपको यहाँ पे बताना है. नाउ मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. सो नाउ द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज द इमर्जेंस ऑफ न्यू डायनेस्टीज. नए डायनेस्टीज कैसे इमर्ज हुए, नए किंग्स कैसे बने, वो सारी चीज़ें हम यहाँ पे देखेंगे. तो जैसे कि यहाँ पे पहला अगर मैं सेंटेंस पढ़ूँ तो उस पर ध्यान दीजिए. इन 7th of century there were big landlords or warrior chiefs in different regions of the subcontinent. An existing king often acknowledged them as their subordinate or samanta. So in the older times, in the medieval era, that time the big landlords means the person who was having a big land, a large land, and the warrior chiefs means army chiefs who were controlling the armies, the head of the armies, were in different regions of the subcontinent. So those people were at different regions of the subcontinent, and existing king acknowledged them as their subordinate. Now I am telling the example. Now concentrate on this example. कि इन पुराने समय में जैसे किंग हुआ करते थे, किंग के पास बहुत बड़ा एक रीजन हुआ करता था। उतने बड़े रीजन को संभालने के लिए किंग को कुछ लोगों की मदद लगती थी। तो किंग ने एक टीम बनाई। उस टीम में लैंडलॉर्ड्स और वॉरियर चीफ्स हुआ करते थे, जो कि एक पर्टिकुलर रीजन उसकी देखभाल करते थे। तो जैसे कि एक किंग है, उसके अंदर एक लैंडलॉर्ड है, वो एक रीजन की देखभाल कर रहा है, कुछ वॉरियर चीफ्स है, वो भी कुछ रीजन की देखभाल कर रहे हैं। तो इस तरीके से जो किंग का शासन है, द रूल ऑफ द किंग एस्टेब्लिश ऑल ओवर द region, and those people, the landlords, kings, who were the subordinate to the king, maintain the rule or an administration of the king in this region. So उन लोगों को जो कि किंग के टीम में होते थे, वो किंग से नीचे होते थे, those were people below the king. Okay, and those people, due to they are below the king, those were called as a subordinate. Those people were called as a subordinate who were doing the things for the king, who were helping the king, known as a subordinate. और उनको एक वर्ड दिया गया था जो कि था सामंता। आप सामंत भी बोल सकते हो इसको। तो उन लोगों को क्या कहते थे? सामंत। तो सामंत यह वर्ड आपने इसके पहले भी सुना होगा, जैसे मूवी बाहुबली मूवी रिसेंटली आई थी, उसके अंदर आपने वर्ड को सुना होगा। नेक्स्ट, मूविंग टू द थर्ड पॉइंट, दे वर एक्सपेक्टेड टू ब्रिंग गिफ्ट्स फॉर द किंग और ओवरलॉर्ड एंड टू बी प्रेजेंट एट देयर कोर्ट एंड प्रोवाइड देम विद द मिलिट्री सपोर्ट। यहाँ पे जो कि सबऑर्डिनेट्स थे, यानी जो सामंत थे, उनसे क्या एक्सपेक्ट करते थे किंग, वो दिया गया है। लाइक किंग वर एक्सपेक्टिंग कि सबऑर्डिनेट्स उनके लिए गिफ्ट लाए। किंग्स वर एक्सपेक्टिंग कि सामंतस टू ब्रिंग द गिफ्ट्स फॉर देम, बिकॉज दोस गिफ्ट्स मेक द किंग हैप्पी, एंड टू मेक द किंग हैप्पी सामंतस नीड टू ब्रिंग द गिफ्ट्स फॉर द किंग। दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द ड्यूटी ऑफ सामंता। क्योंकि सामंता earning the money from the region from which he is controlling, and that money need to give to the king, and in the form of gifts the samantas repay those money from that region to the king. Then next is samantas has to be present in the courts. So whenever the king called for a meeting, the samants need to be present in the court and provide them with the military support. Samantas also provide the military support to the king. Whenever the king needed any military support or any help, the samantas are the person who need to help the king in those cases. Now, the fourth point is, as the samantas gained power and wealth, they declared themselves to be Mahasamanta, Mahamandaleshwara, and so on. So here the thing is, सामंत एक रीजन के हुआ करते थे, वो बड़े होते गए, उनका रीजन बड़ा होता गया और उनके पास ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा पावर आती गई। ओके, सामंतास वे गेनिंग मोर एंड मोर पावर, एंड ड्यू टू गेनिंग द मोर एंड मोर पावर दे डिक्लेयर देमसेल्फ टू द हायर लेवल। तो उनको उनकी सुपेरियरिटी दिखानी थी। दे वांट टू एक्सप्रेस देयर सुपेरियरिटी, एंड टू एक्सप्रेस देयर सुपेरियरिटी दे कॉल्ड देमसेल्फ विद अ डिफरेंट नेम। ओके, तो उन्होंने खुद को एक नाम दे दिया। जैसे एक नॉर्मल सामंत थे, पहले एक नॉर्मल सामंत है, उसके पास पावर आ गई, वो इस लेवल पे चला गया, तो इसको क्या कहेगी, उन्होंने इसको एक नाम दे दिया इस लेवल को, महासामंता। ओके, महासामंता। और इनको और महासामंता में और ज़्यादा पावर आ गई, तो यहाँ से इस लेवल पे चला गया, तो इस लेवल को उन्होंने और एक नाम दे दिया, महामंडलेश्वरा। द मीनिंग ऑफ महामंडलेश्वरा में द ग्रेट लॉर्ड ऑफ अ रीजन। ओके, तो इस तरीके से और इसके ऊपर चला गया, उन्होंने त्रिभुवन चक्रवर्ती, ऐसे अलग अलग नाम उनको खुद के लिए उन्होंने रख दिए कि उनके पावर के अकॉर्डिंग। एंड सम टाइम दो सामंतास asserted their independence from their overlord. As we see, as the samantas gaining more and more power, they were changing their names to Mahasamanta, Mahamandaleshwara, Tribhuvan Chakravartin, and so on. So as they are gaining more power means they have literally more power. They can fight with the kings, fight with the existence landlords and other kings. So they fought with those people and they established their own kingdom and declared themselves as a king. So due to they gained the more power, they fought with the kings, existing kings. They challenged them and they declared themselves as their new king. They won over the other people. Now moving to the next slide. So the example of how the subordinate became the king is given here. The one that subordinate was known as a Rashtrakuta. They were from the Deccan region of the Indian subcontinent. So Rashtrakutas were from the Deccan region, and at that time the Deccan region were ruled by the Chalukyas of Karnataka. So Rashtrakutas were under the Chalukyas of Karnataka, and in the mid of 8th century means the time period near to the 750. Okay, the Danti Durga, he is a Rashtrakuta chief. Remember, Danti Durga was the Rashtrakuta chief. Overthrew, he fought with the Chalukyas overlord. He fought with the Chalukyas and won over the Chalukyas and declared himself as a king of the region. Okay, so in the mid of 8th century, the Danti Durga, he is the king of Rashtrakuta, fought with Chalukyas and declares himself as a king. But there was a problem. We know we have a very caste-based system. We have a system like the particular name do the particular thing, like Brahman do the Brahmin related thing, like Kshatriya did the Kshatriya related thing. So you know who is the Kshatriya? Kshatriya are the person who Kshatriyas are the person who participate in the warfare, who participate for the warfare for the protection of the people. Okay, so those people like army people and the kings were all from the Kshatriya family. And in the older time, it is important to be a Kshatriya to be a king. Okay, so and the Rashtrakuta chief Danti Durga was not a Kshatriya by birth. He was not Kshatriya by birth. So it is needed to be a Kshatriya. What will he do? लोगों का acceptance तो चाहिए. People won't give the acceptance, their complete acceptance if you are not from the Kshatriya. So to become a Kshatriya, he did a ritual. Ritual means puja. Danti Durga did ritual called as Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha literally translated into the golden womb. Womb means पेट, जिसमें बच्चा पलता है माता के, उसको womb कहते हैं. So golden womb, सोने का गर्भ, हिरण्यगर्भ ऐसा नाम है. He performed this ritual. So what happened in this ritual? When you do such the ritual of Hiranyagarbha, it is believed that you will rebirth and you will rebirth as a Kshatriya. Means हिरण्यगर्भ करने के बाद आपका पुनर्जन्म होता है और आप पुनर्जन्म के बाद क्षत्रिय बन जाते हो, ऐसा माना जाता है. So this is why Hiranyagarbha were performed. And the Danti Durga did the same. He performed the Hiranyagarbha, and after performing the Hiranyagarbha, he became the Kshatriya. Okay. Now I am reading this line. When the ritual was performed with the help of Brahmins, it was thought to lead to the rebirth of the sacrificer as a Kshatriya, even if he is not by the birth. Okay, जो मैंने आपको अभी समझाया. अगर आपको डिटेल में हिरण्यगर्भ के बारे में जानना है तो मैं आपके लिए एक वीडियो अपलोड करूँगा जिसमें हिरण्यगर्भ कैसे किया जाता है, क्यों किया जाता है, वो सारी चीज़ें होगी. काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग है ना. ये आप पिक्चर में देख सकते हो कि कितना बड़ा पॉट है जो कि सोने का बना है, किस तरीके से परफॉर्म होगा तो मैं आपको उस वीडियो में बताऊँगा. तो इसके लिए आप चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करके रखिए ताकि आपको उस चीज़ का नोटिफिकेशन मिले और आप वो इन्फॉर्मेशन ले सको. नाउ गोइंग टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. हियर are some other examples are given where the subordinate or the people who were not from the Kshatriya family became the king. In other cases, men from the enterprising family used their military skills to crave out kingdoms. Some enterprising families means Vaishya family, the people who into trading. Those people have some military skills. They fought with their military skills and declared themselves as a king. They became king. And for instance, the Kadamba, some examples are given here. The Kadamba Mayura Sharman and the Gurjara Pratihara Harichandra were Brahmins who gave their traditional profession and took to arms. Like Kadamba Mayur Sharman and Gurjara Pratihara Harichandra, वो ब्राह्मण थे, लेकिन उन्होंने ब्राह्मण जो भी उनका व्यवसाय था वो छोड़ दिया और वो किंग बन गए, वो क्षत्रिय की तरह जीने लगे और दे बिकम द किंग, उन्होंने हथियार उठा लिए। नाउ इन द थर्ड पॉइंट, दे सक्सेसफुली एस्टेब्लिश किंगडम इन कर्नाटक एंड राजस्थान रिस्पेक्टिवली। देखिए यहाँ पे आपको एक मे बी मैच द पेयर्स के लिए आ सकता है, जैसे कदम्ब मयूर शर्मन कहाँ से थे, कर्नाटका से, एंड गुर्जर प्रतिहारा कौन से रीजन से बिलोंग करते हैं आज के समय में, द रीजन वे गिवन एज पर टुडेज रीजन। तो गुर्जर प्रतिहारा आज का रीजन अगर हमने कंसीडर करें तो वो राजस्थान में आएंगे और कदम्ब मयूर शर्मन कर्नाटका में, तो आप ये ध्यान रखिए। तो दिस पीपल वेर नॉट द क्षत्रिय, वेर नॉट द किंग्स बाय हिमसेल्फ बाय बर्थ, so they fought with their skills and became the king. I hope you have understood today's topic, and if you are not, then don't worry, you can ask me your any type of doubts and queries in the comments below. Also, if you have any suggestion, then please let me know, I will try to improve it. Here some questions are given for you. Please try to solve this question. This question will help you to revise the whole session and help you to remember the same topic for a longer period of time. And I'm requesting you all, before leaving this channel, please subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon for the notifications. Also, like and share this channel with your friends. Thank you all. Have a good day.